Today's video is all about being an efficient videographer and editor. I'm going to be showing you how you can maximize each and every shoot that you're on and teaching you a ton of ways that you can give yourselves much more options when it comes to editing your footage. It's coming up. Hey everyone, Steve here from Learn Online Video, and today I'm out on location where I'm going to be giving you tips on how you can get the most out of your shoot. You can replicate everything I'm about to show you in this video using just about any camera at any location. But to create a nice level playing field, I'm going to be shooting everything today completely handheld using a smartphone. My challenge for today is to capture 10 shots at this location and then going to import those 10 clips into my editing software where I must create 2 completely different edits. Exact same shots, 2 completely different edits. I'm going to need to be strategic with how I shoot today, but I promise it is possible. I'm going to walk you through my process step by step, show you exactly how it's done so that you can apply these same tips and techniques to your own films and videos. Today's video is sponsored by Epidemic Sound. This is where I'm going to be getting all of my music and sound effects for the final edits. Okay, so how can we maximize our time and be more efficient when we shoot? I'm only allowed to capture 10 shots at this location and I need 2 completely different edits. So here's what I'm going to do. For each clip, I'm going to try and capture 2 or 3 shots. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to start over here. I'm going to frame this tree. I'm going to hit record. So this is shot number 1, a static shot of this tree and the horizon in the background. Shot number 2, I'm now going to pan from the tree all the way around to the house and stop. So we've got a panning shot, but now we've got a static shot of the house. So in that one clip, I managed to capture 3 shots. We had the static of the tree, we had the pan to the house, and then we had another static of the house. I'm going to apply this exact same technique for the rest of the shoot. Okay, here's another example of multiple shots all in one. I'm going to start by pushing my camera forward with my camera at eye level. I'm then going to get my camera low to the ground and continue pushing forward through this grass, trying to keep my camera movement as smooth as possible. Then when I get nice and close to this wall, I'm going to stop and lift my camera up to reveal the farmhouse. Let's take a look at this clip. Okay, camera starts pushing forward at eye level. This is shot number 1. It's a little shaky, but we can smooth this out in the edit. Camera is now going low and we're pushing through this grass. This is shot number 2. Again, we can slow this footage down and smooth it out in the edit. The edit is where all of this footage is really going to come to life. Camera then stops just before this wall, starts to lift up to reveal the farmhouse, and that is shot number 3. Now, to give yourself even more options in the edits, I recommend shooting at a higher frame rate. I'm going to be shooting in both 4K 60 frames per second and slow motion 120 frames per second. This will allow me to slow my footage down in the edit if needed. This is going to come in really useful when it comes to creating 2 completely different edits. The first edit could be in slow motion, cinematic with orchestral music, and the second edit could be a bit more upbeat with trendy music. This is really going to help differentiate the 2 edits and give them both a very distinct feel. Okay, let's see some more examples of shooting efficiently and capturing multiple shots all in one. This time I'm going to push my camera forward using the farmhouse as my focal point. I'm then going to slide my camera to the right using this grass as foreground, again trying to keep my camera movement as smooth as possible. And finally, I'm going to lean forwards, push my camera through this grass, rotate my camera slightly and pull back. Let's take a look at these shots, this time in slow motion with music. And as you can see, by simply cutting those clips, slowing them down and adding music, it makes all the difference. Let's see another example, this time using this wall. I'm going to shoot in slow motion, pull back with a slight rotation, that's shot number 1. I'm then going to push my camera forward up over these stones and across this grass as far as I can stretch. Let's take a look. Now note that most of the clips that I'm shooting today are very short. They're probably around about 10 seconds long, but I'm managing to capture multiple shots within those clips. That's what's efficient about this technique. Yes, of course, I could hit record, keep recording for an hour and I'd probably capture quite a few shots, but that wouldn't be being efficient. There'd be a lot of wasted footage if I did that. The whole point behind this technique is that there isn't much wasted footage and you're maximizing your time and capturing as many shots as possible. Okay, let me give you a few more tips on shooting, and then we'll take all of this footage into the edit and I'll show you the final results. This time I'm going to show you how you can not only capture multiple shots all in one, but also link one shot to another. For this, I'm going to push my camera forward, camera low to the ground, lift up, hold for a few seconds, and then whip my camera to the left. Here's what we've got, a push forward jib movement that reveals our focal point. That's shot number 1. We then hold on the farmhouse for a few seconds. This is shot number 2, and we then go from this static shot, this is shot number 3, and we whip to the left. We can see my tripod in this shot, but that doesn't matter. We're now going to link this shot to our next one. For this, I'm going to crouch behind this grass, point my camera to the right, and frame my shot of this tree. That's shot number 1. I'm now going to whip my camera to the left, pointing towards the back of the farmhouse, and now pull my camera back through the grass. We now have so many shot options from our last 2 clips. We've got a static shot of the farmhouse from the front that whips to the left and transitions to our whip of the back of the house. We've linked these 2 shots together. We have a static shot of the tree, we have a push forward jib reveal of the house, and we have a pull back through the grass from behind. We got all of these shots from 2 short clips. This is being efficient with how you shoot and maximizing your shots. Okay, that is it. I've got my 10 shots. I've got no idea how these 2 edits are going to turn out. So let's head back to the studio and see what we've got. Okay, so I've imported all 10 clips into my editing software. I actually shot more than 10 clips today because I was demonstrating the technique to you, but I'm only going to be using 10 clips for my final edits. I'm using Final Cut Pro, but use whatever editing software you have. The same process applies. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, stage 1 if you like, is that I'm going to see how many shots I can get out of these 10 clips. I'm going to cut out anything unusable and just leave my timeline with usable shots. Okay, and we are done, and I've managed to get 26 shots out of those 10 clips, totaling just over 3 minutes worth of footage. So I've got plenty to work with. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is highlight all of these clips like this. I'm going to hit copy and then paste them all over here like this. So I now have a duplicate of all of these clips. The shots on the left I'm going to use for edit 1, and the shots on the right I'm going to use for edit 2. Now, at this stage, I need to think about how I'm going to make these 2 edits different. I want them to be as different as possible. Obviously, it's the same footage shot on the same day at the same time by the same person. So how can I make each edit different? What are the fundamentals to giving your footage a certain style or mood? Well, one of the best ways to change the mood of your footage is with music. So I'm going to head over to Epidemic Sound and look for 2 completely different tracks. Epidemic Sound make this process incredibly easy. They've got thousands of different tracks, everything is archived, and it's nice and easy to find. You can search by genre, mood, or theme. They've got cinematic film scores, hip-hop, rock anthems, dance tunes, you name it, they've got it. And the best part is they offer a free 30-day trial. I will link that in the description below. Sign up and download as much as you like. Okay, so I'm going to choose 2 completely different tracks. This will instantly help differentiate these 2 edits. Let's go with this cinematic track here. Yep, I like it. It's got a nice slow pace. This is going to come in really useful for that slow motion footage that I've shot. And now let's mix things up for the next edit. Let's go with this track here. Yes, I like it. A bit more upbeat, a bit more trendy. It's got a faster pace. That'll allow me to cut quicker. This will definitely help differentiate these 2 edits. Now, something worth bearing in mind here is the style of track that you choose. I've gone for 2 instrumentals because I was worried that the vocals might be a little bit distracting, but choose whatever track you think best suits your edit. If you find a track that you like, but it has vocals and you're looking for an instrumental, then you can just download the part of the track that you want. Essentially, you can remove the vocals in any track. These are called stems, and this is one of the best things about Epidemic Sound. I don't know of any other music licensing website that offers the ability to download each individual element of the track like this. I could just use the drums or the melody. This is incredibly useful and I use it all the time. Now, I don't want this video to turn into a really in-depth editing tutorial, although I will do that in the future if it's something that you'd like to see. For now, I really just want you to learn the basic principles around how to give your footage a certain style or feel. So we know that music will make a big difference. The next is when you cut, or the pace of your edit, and your music will often determine this. I want one edit to have a nice fast pace and the other to have a much slower pace. The shots will hold for longer on the slower paced edit and cut much faster on the quicker edit. Color grading and sound effects are another great way to change the look and feel of your edits. We could go with a darker, more moody color grade in our cinematic edit and keep the colors a little brighter for the upbeat edit. We can also add different sound effects to our edits. This will help make them stand out. So again, I'm going to head over to Epidemic Sound. They have over 90,000 sound effects. This is where I get nearly all of my sound effects from. They have just about everything you could possibly need. I'm going to download some wind sound effects for my cinematic edit and a few whoosh sound effects for my more upbeat edit. Okay, so we've been efficient with the way we shot our footage. We've then separated the footage on our timeline, maximizing all of our shots. And then we've used music, sound effects, cutting, pace, color grading to help differentiate that footage into 2 edits. Should we take a look? Let's start with edit number 1, the cinematic edit. Okay, hopefully you agree that that edit had a very defined style and mood. Should we take a look at edit number 2? This is the more trendy upbeat edit. So there you have it. What did you think? What was your favorite edit? I'm genuinely curious to know. Do let me know in the comments section below. If you'd like to learn more about shooting, editing, camera tricks, and content creation, then I have a ton more videos on this channel and a lot more on the way, so make sure you are subscribed. Don't forget to check out Epidemic Sound and sign up for your free trial using the link below. And if you found this video useful, do let me know. Give it the old thumbs up. But that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.